Hey, what's up, John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. Just finished my workout, recording some videos, queuing some up to, because I'm going to be doing some traveling, and I never know if I'm going to end up going through a time where I'm not going to have much time to do videos. So, I was thinking about a topic. I make this one fairly short, but yeah, you're like, I don't know if John's telling the truth here. Sometimes he says that, and then it's like a 25-minute video. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know either. But I've talked about this, I've alluded to this concept before. I thought I'd just do a video straight up on it, which is that this concept that ignorance is by virtue ignorant of its own ignorance. Swallow that one, will ya? What it means is that if you're ignorant, right? If you do not know something, if you lack some kind of knowledge or wisdom, if you lack knowledge, if you lack wisdom, if you lack knowledge, you can know that you lack a certain amount of knowledge, but wisdom, you can't know that you lack it, right? That's what ignorance is. And so here's the thing about that, right? So by virtue of it, by definition, ignorance is unawares of its own ignorance. It cannot know. So when you are ignorant of a thing, when you lack wisdom in an area, it is impossible for you to detect that because you are ignorant, okay? So if you think that you know something, or that you think that something is true, and you're wrong about that in a wisdom perspective, not a knowledge perspective, even in a knowledge perspective, right? If you think something is right, then you can't know that you're wrong. If you knew that, you wouldn't think that you were right. I mean, if you're holding on to a false belief just to be a stubborn ass, that's a different thing. Plenty of people do that. We all do that from time to time. But what I'm saying is that ignorance itself, by virtue, is ignorant of its own ignorance, right? You don't know that you don't know it, right? You don't know what you don't know, and you're unable to detect that. So I've sort of realized that in myself, and what I've come up with is a way to defeat that. It seems like something that is undefeatable. I mean, how can you know you're ignorant if ignorance can't know it's ignorant, right? But you can know that you might be ignorant about some things, right? You can realize that actually you probably are ignorant about a lot of things and you don't know what they are. So what I've found, the way that I've found to alleviate that problem, is that whenever I find someone who's more successful than me in some area, okay? They're more wealthy, they're more accomplished, they're in better shape, they're whatever it is, right? Some kind of attribute that they have that is better than me, and they suggest something that I disagree with, something that I don't think is true, doesn't jive with me. Nah, you're wrong about that. Like, you know, sometimes as I'm learning to run and improve my running, there's been books I've read on running where I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy's nuts. There's no way. This is a crackpot idea. And it might even not be related to running, right? And what I've done is I've suspended that disbelief and said, well, you know what? The person's really accomplished. They've succeeded at something. It doesn't mean that just because someone succeeded at something that they're wise in all areas. But you don't know where they are. You know, probably there are more than one area where they are wiser than you, where you have ignorance, okay? And so what I've started to do is I started to say, okay, I'm going to not blindly accept what they say, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to listen to what they have to say, and I'm going to digest the thing. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to try the thing that they said, even though it goes against every fiber of my being and it seems stupid and I know better, and see what happens. And so that's, you know, a good technique that you can use to overcome this. And I've found many times that I have discovered my own ignorance from doing that, right? I've found that I thought something was true, and then, you know, I go and I think there's no way this could be possibly true, what this person is saying. And because of their accomplishments, because I respect them, because I know that I could be ignorant in the area, I give it a try, and I find out, wow, I was wrong. I was missing on this whole area of life. I'm not going to go into the details of examples right now, just because I need to actually do a podcast interview. I'm going to cut this short. So that's it. Just wanted to summarize that for you. Give me a like if you like this. Give me a subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss any videos, and click that bell. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.